Hello everybody. Hello everybody. I hope we are live already. And this is Manhunt. I am Lesenqa, also known as Lesenqa, and I'll be showcasing this great atmospheric stealth horror to all of you. And I have actually Helbert today, the legend of the Manhunt speedrunning that has current world record. Ignas. Hello, Ignas.
Hi, it's just the out of bounds world record, okay? It's not that big of a deal, okay? Let's just make that clear.
So yeah, do you have something to say, or we just start and roll?
We have a lot of time during the intro, so it's fine. You can just start.
Yeah, okay, so the timing starts when I skip the first cutscene, so it's gonna be like 3. Oh, no, actually when I gain control, so...
When Starkweather stops talking and static appears.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, yeah, do the intro.
Okay. Welcome to Manhunt Any %, a case study in boundary breaking. To those unfamiliar, a brief rundown of Manhunt's story is that you are James Earl Cash, a death row
Timing
inmate.
starts in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
I am so sorry. Anyways, you are an inmate who was supposedly supposed to be executed, but after your lethal injection, you somehow wake up and you hear a voice of a director named Lionel Starkweather, who actually bought out the police force in hopes of using you as a lead actor in his snuff film business. It means you kill people on camera, okay? It's not a glamorous job, whatever. So you might be able to see that some weird stuff is happening already. Usually Born Again acts as a game mechanics tutorial stage, basically letting you know how executions work, how stealth works, all that stuff. But we are skipping like all of the segments that teach us that stuff. Yeah, so all of this is possible due to a quirk with the little-known first-person mode feature in the game, which allows us to clip through walls. Let's say you want to glitch through a wall in order to skip a segment. If the wall has any object in front of you or behind you, position yourself so that the wall in question is to the side of you, straight to the opposite direction, and mash the first-person key as fast as possible. Yeah, so usually you have to kill everyone, but we're already past Born Again, so this glitch is going to be used a lot, and I think I explained like the general gist of it, so if you want to say something more.
Yeah, so pretty much like probably all of the Manhunt levels are made in that way that it's just basically like a square of some sort, and the whole like gameplay, the whole mechanic of like making the level actually like long is it's made that way that you go to point A. Starkweather tells you that, hey, you have to smash this padlock. In order to smash this padlock, you actually need a crowbar. So go to point B, take a crowbar, go to point A, and then proceed, and stuff like that. So you're just mostly going from point A to point B to point A and all of that sort. But actually, if you can clip through the walls that we can do, we skip like probably 66% of the game, since how short this category is. So, out of bounds world record, set by Ignas, is actually like 23 minutes long, and the... okay, it's fine. And the no out of bounds world record, set by Alexei Saz, very talented Russian runner, is like sub 1, insanely like good run, yeah.
Yeah, Alexei is honestly like amazing at this game. He has been breaking all the individual levels, and especially full game speedruns like 100-star runs. The now no out of bounds world record that he mentioned, which is sub 59. That's insane. As he mentioned, all stages, well, most of the stages usually just have an end trigger, and they never.
He just lost me. Okay, it's fine. So, sorry, continue. I'll continue after you.
Okay. Most stages don't really check if you completed objectives or not. Usually you just you can just touch the end trigger and that's how stages end. And this is abused a lot in the out of bounds speedrun, as you can probably tell. Yeah. You might think that this run is kind of repetitive so far, but we're still in the melee part of the game and it will kind of ramp up in action as we go along.
So what happened in the beginning is that I basically should like get into the gameplay details of the game, So it's stealth horror, and it's like a really good game to enjoy casually, especially like at the night time and all of that. So the core mechanic of the game is that you have mostly like melee weapons, at least like first half of the game, and you have a lot of enemies going on, like not going on, like just present. So yeah, this is by the way the most tragic example of the out of bounds. You beat 10 minutes level in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So you have enemies and you can't just simply punch them to death because fighting in Manhunt it's not GTA and you'll probably get dead like pretty quickly. So that's why you mostly want to run from the guys and try to execute them, try to loot them, hide in the shadows. Like remember in that mission in GTA San Andreas? Do you remember that? Met the crimes, and that's the core mechanic of the game. You hide in the shadows, execute your enemies, kill them, and that's how you play the game. And you actually get like style points for doing executions.
Yeah, every stage has a star rating system, which gets better if you're faster and if you are like more gruesome with every stage. So that's interesting.
Also nice plot line in here. Starkweather actually like kidnapped James Earl Cash family, and well, it's like his real family. So we gotta actually save them. But let me spoil you. No, we're not. We're not gonna save like any of the four, and we're just gonna do the silly Diggly Biggly out of bounds. You'll see. Also cut in that corner. So I'm gonna do this. So that's probably one of the good examples too. I just run to this door and here's the level complete. Very good, very nice. And in this level we get our first firepower. Go on, Ignas.
Yes. This is where the game actually ramps up and becomes a shooter mostly. Like every stage before was like technically a stealth experience, but obviously we kind of ignored that. But that's besides the point. Right when the stage begins, we get a revolver and we use it to shoot out through the entire mall with like stacks of enemies everywhere. So the premise of this stage is that we're in a mall and Starkweather tells us that we need to find a tape and a video camera and then use that said camera to watch a surprise for us. But to reach that, of course, there's a lot of enemies and we have to shoot all of them. We do some boundary breaking, so certain enemies will be broken, like the person on the escalator you just saw.
Yeah. As I said, like due to how maps are made in the Manhunt, in order to not trigger the enemies that you're not supposed to actually reach yet, they're just like being set in like AFK mode, so they just stand or walk around and can't really detect you anyhow.
Yeah, some enemies you will encounter in later stages, when we boundary break, they just kind of walk around, and even when they spot you, they just kind of jump a little and then keep walking. It's actually kind of comical when you see it. I will point it out when we get to it, but yeah, currently we're just collecting all the tape, the camera, but the camera is going to be broken, so we'll need to find the
Yeah, we actually have to collect camera, and we can't just simply go straight to the bar and play the TV, because otherwise the game will crash. So it's like mostly, because it's made by Rockstar, it's like works probably... I mean, it's probably not related to that it's made by Rockstar, but if you skip certain triggers, some models don't get loaded, some characters don't get spawned. Also, that is one of the San Andreas doors. Some models don't get loaded, some actors don't get spawned, and game just basically crashes. You will see like probably the best example of that probably in the last level. And so we actually rescued our family, as you remember, but Starkweather decides to leave no witnesses. We did it for nothing, chat.
We didn't save them. Oh no. By the way, this cutscene, if you don't save and load, if you start watching the TV, there's supposed to be a family member here, but if you do that, there is no one there, and the game crashes immediately. It's kind of comical as well. I don't think we'll get to show that off, but yeah, that's something that happens.
Yeah, so Starkweather actually sees that we're disappointed. James is disappointed, so he sends us a friend, just like in real life. And the friend is actually like a hobo, voiced by, you won't believe, the Hector Salamanca, like the actor that played him. Actually, shoot, throw a brick at him. I don't remember how the actor's name, but okay. So we have to bring the hobo with us in order to open doors, gates, but we won't. We can just clip through. And some of the clips in this game are just like kind of nasty. So, oh, I actually did this clip from the first try. So in a lot of scenarios, there is just like no wall under the walls, no floor under the walls. So you will just fall out of bounds. And because it's Manhunt, not GTA, you will just respawn on the ground because you fell out of bounds, and you will receive the fall damage and just simply die, unfortunately. Also, yeah, animations are recycled in GTA San Andreas, so that knife animation is also used in GTA San Andreas.
Yeah, Lesenqa points out San Andreas a lot, but if you're a fan of Vice City especially, if you pay close attention, you will see a lot of textures and like even entire buildings that are recycled in Vice City. So that Rockstar is always like specializes in recycling the material that they already have. So that's, you know, you can call it a cute Easter egg or whatever, but yeah, like the snack machine, the snack vending machine you just saw, there's a lot of that.
Yeah, but canonically, Manhunt happens in the GTA universe because it's Carter City.
Yep.
And you know, Michael Townley first robbery was actually in Carter City. So yeah, you can actually spot various stuff from GTA universe, such as like sprung vending machines, as Ignas already said, and cars like Stallion, I don't know, Ramp, and all of that.
Yeah, there's also like cute Easter eggs. I'm pretty sure it's in GTA 5. There's a company titled GEC and Sons, so that kind of stands for James Earl Cash, presumably. So that kind of implies that GTA 5 also exists in the 3D trilogy universe or something, but I don't know. That doesn't matter. This stage will be one of those where we will see the way passive enemies work. It's gonna be pretty funny. There's also a tougher tower clip that's like
I actually didn't get spotted. That's rare. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, that is. Wow. Okay, that's super lucky.
That's new. I've never seen that. Marathon luck. Okay. Yeah. You go on.
Well, yeah, so now that he entered this building, you can see that none of the enemies are bothered by his existence. They just kind of get scared and do nothing. Usually this is one of the more annoying parts of the run in like glitchless speedruns. But here it's fortunately just running past everyone, and it's less of a chaotic mess than...
You can actually see me running sideways because I'm out of stamina, and running sideways is a bit faster than running without stamina, just plainly forward. So here I shot the guy, take his cleaver, and in order to proceed, we have to carry the body of this guy to the control room. But actually, we can just take his head and bring his head instead of the body, and it's much faster.
Yep.
So
also,
yeah, we're doing this.
That is kind of made as an Easter egg. If you bring his head instead of the body, you can find a shotgun in one of the rooms in the following stage, which is doing time. Unfortunately,
but we're not actually showing the head. We just toss it away, and game just lets us in, and no lines actually occur. So that's actually a line skip, and this is actually like a pretty big skip. So. That's the whole level, pretty much.
That's it. Kind of speaks for itself, I think. We just reached the end trigger and that's it. Fun fact, in this shower block room that we're walking past in the end cutscene, there is a beta weapon, which is a baseball bat with spikes. It looks cool, but that's about it. It just shares the same executions, and it's not
Yeah.
of much use. So yeah, that's just a neat tidbit, I think.
Okay, so in this level, we have to close the gates, or otherwise people gonna do it for us. Actually, chapters in this game are divided into like some sort of gangs, and this is actually like Smileys, probably the best one of them, because they have like one guy that actually talks about Azus my shoes and all of such lines. So what we're going to do here, get a headshot of this guy, take one of the knives, knife of one of the guys, and we're gonna need it later. So now I prefer to not die.
Yeah, that would be neat.
Yeah, so actually, you'll see me a lot, okay, I don't have time for that. So you'll see me quite a lot running straight to the enemies, like just in front of them, trying to tank them. But since this game has been developed for PlayStation 2 originally, it has aim assist. So whenever you aim, it actually helps you. And okay, I'm gonna save and load here because otherwise my game will crash. So and right after you press right mouse button, you get some sort of auto aim that just points your crosshair on your enemy. So, and you can abuse it pretty much. Okay, so I guess I'm stuck. So now I will reload.
Yeah, that happens sometimes, unfortunately. There is a strategy that is actually banned by the rules where you can like force lag in the game, and it will kind of push you out from like softlock stuck positions, and sometimes it can like save
Oh, I got
softlock,
stuck
but
again.
we don't allow it in runs, so like but he's trying to make it legal, and he's like reloading the stage. But yeah, some of the clips are quirky in that sense, because sometimes when you get stuck, you can like come out of the stuck position, but sometimes you're kind of out of luck, so that's unfortunate. One side effect we do from this is we kind of sequence break the rabbit execution. Usually he runs up to the tower and we have to just shoot him, but when we do this strategy, we can just run up behind him and execute him, and he doesn't even know what hit him.
Okay, so can I say something about the stage? So actually, the reason why I'm doing this clip is because I spammed actually like right there. So if I go straightly to the rabbit, I trigger like big ass shooting sequence, but I can just like run around and get the key by executing the rabbit. Rabbit actually like invincible by all the means except executions, so that's why we need a knife, because that's like probably the only weapon we have that can do executions. Mostly just only melees can do executions. So we take the weapon and kill. Wait, what happened? Bro.
Oh god.
No, man.
My god, I was kind of behind. I'm just now catching up to what's happening.
Clutched, bro. Okay, so that wasn't supposed to happen. I don't know how they spotted me, but I was just intended to just go through. I never expected to actually survive that, because mostly when you have like 3 or more enemies, you're just fucked. And in case of Cerberus, like the private military company or whatever it is, it's not like PMC or whatever, but they're serious guys that work for Starkweather. They have like really good guns, such as M4 and I'm gonna reload here, and shotguns. So yeah. Someone in the chat actually asked about, has been Carter City mentioned in GTA 3 radio, and yeah, it was. And more than that, One of the Manhunt characters, Gary, what's his surname? What's his last name? Like the
I'll be honest, I
police
have
officer.
no idea.
Okay, so actually, radio mentions that there was like a case where corrupt police officer, the leader of it, I want to stay alive, if you will. Okay, and witnesses of the case just disappear, and that police officer is actually like a character of Manhunt, because he's really corrupt, and he allows all of what's going on in Carcer City to happen for Lionel Starkweather. So yeah, it's all connected.
Yeah, in this stage, there's a strategy. If we are really fast, we can actually catch up to Ramirez and shoot him early. And that's really fast if possible. Some people used to theorize about executing Ramirez by like getting behind him in some ways, and that's actually possible by using some glitches, but you cannot actually execute him. There is a set animation where Ramirez just kind of like kicks you and doesn't allow you to kill him.
Yeah. That's actually pretty nice detail. Also, when you get Ramirez on the ground by damaging him pretty much, like really heavy, he doesn't beg for mercy. He just says, "Okay, you won. Just finish already."
Yeah,
Finish
he's
it.
like supposed to be this like cool paramilitary
Yeah.
guy. So, actually,
Okay.
in the cutscene before the stage, he beats you up. It's just kind of
Yeah.
run away.
So the lore is okay. Let me actually do the stuff. The lore is Starkweather wanted to kill Cash, but no way. He actually survived like the 4 people with shotgun. So yeah. Okay, so you stand in the shadows. We have some sort of help in here. Not help, like a person that we have to rescue in order for her to open doors for us. This guy doesn't care at all. So, what was it saying? Wait, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, so I just shot here in order to create a noise, so people start paying attention to it. Come again, Nicholas?
You were talking about kill the rabbit lore, like that you were being betrayed.
Come again, I couldn't hear you because of the gun blasts.
Oh god. You were talking about the kill the rabbit lore, about how Cash is
Oh,
betrayed.
yeah. So, yeah, and Cash actually... Am I gonna die?
You should save and load, I think. I mean...
Nah, don't need it, I'm a cool guy. So yeah, Cash escapes, and Starkweather didn't expect that, so he tells Ramirez, "Yo, solve this." So he catches Cash and beats him up and says, "Hey, let's play hide and seek now. Go and hide, and we will find you and kill you." And you don't expect it, but actually a serial killer that was supposed to be dead by the lethal injection, he actually kills like bunch of people, and yeah, he escapes. So that's where Gary... I forgot his last name. Can someone hint me?
Gary Schaefer.
Gary Schaefer, yeah. So that's where Starkweather tells Gary Schaefer, "Yo, you have a problem in your town, you better solve it." And he has nothing to do, basically. The only solution is just to catch him. And he tells all of his employees, like, "Hey, there is a homeless guy. He might be dangerous, armed. I don't know. I honestly have no idea who it is, but you better catch him." And also take the journalist that is actually trying to expose Starkweather for all of his snuff movies. Starkweather actually used to be a Vinewood elite, do all the good movies, but actually went underground. Okay, so this is a cool strat implement. I'm going to shoot these people one by one. Yes, works.
If I may, one interesting thing you mentioned is that the police basically treat you as a homeless person. Every single enemy group you encounter has their own reasons why they want to kill you. Like, for example, the first enemy group you meet, the Skins, they want to kill you because, they're white supremacists and you're not Aryan enough or whatever. Then the War
Also,
Dogs...
this keep is pretty much big. You just go out of bounds here and just run along, and that's the whole level pretty much. Go on, Ignace.
That's it. Honestly, the IL run on the no out of bounds run, it is kind of similar. We also just kind of run past everything, but we actually have to like dodge enemies. And out of bounds is just total. It's just nothing. We just run to the finish and that's it. So it's nice. It's breathing room before the ending. You know, if you're on good pace, it really gets your blood flowing. You know, your heart rate rises up. It's nice. It's a cool feeling.
So yeah, Cash just goes along. However, what like takes any path he just can, and he ends up like in the train depot, and he actually gets caught by the police. But suddenly, Cerberus appear, and because James is actually like dead by all the papers, you can't tell nobody that you actually like found a dead man being. So that's why Starkweather decides to deal with Cash personally and bring him to his own mansion. And suddenly here, Pixie appears. Can you explain who Pixie is, please?
Right, so Pigsy used to be the previous star celebrity of Starkweather's snuff films, but then, as far as I remember, he went mad, and he's
He
now.
just couldn't handle all the gore he was facing with, so he just went nuts and started singing his epic. So yeah.
So now he's just this like crazy beast that's locked up in Starkweather's attic, and I guess I don't know if the game the entire time in cutscenes kind of alludes that Pigsy is escaping. It started by showing that he's being fed, and then he ran away, he killed Cerberus and stuff, and the finale, the deliverance, you actually meet Pigsy. This is a very cool skip, by the way. We just kind of run past the entire stage. The snipers don't actually kill you from the first shot, so as long as you kill the machine gun guards, you can just run past them, and that's basically it. The assault
Yeah, and
rifle, not
that's
machine gun. I'm so sorry, Americans. Yeah.
yeah. Actually, this game has more than just pointless killings. It has actual lore, like in those memes, and yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's like it has something to follow, so it's not just like plain killing.
By the way, Vice City people, you might recognize this mansion. A certain Tommy has kind of taken it over at one point of the game.
Okay, we're actually on the last level now, and is people like that were browsing the internet in early 20s can actually like remember that model from GTA San Andreas. Yeah, that's Pixie for you. And the actual origin is a Manhunt. You won't believe it. So actually, due to how I didn't take the brick, okay. So due to how this level is coded, we can just simply kill Starkweather. That he just like stands pretty much just like there, only there, and we can't just kill him because otherwise game will crash. Because if you kill Starkweather, is this PB pace? So when you kill Starkweather, you just autoplay the execution. Oh, that's not the PB pace. I get stuck. Okay, never mind.
Unfortunately.
Happens. Okay. This actually was a PB pace. I guess my PB is kind of bad. Okay, so what was I saying? What?
I think you could have print screened out of that, but.
Yeah. Oh wait, I still would have get like my run rejected because I'm not using the latest patch. Okay, anyways, so we actually have to get a chainsaw, and by casual means, we kill Pixie by like using various sorts of stuff, like wooden spikes, glass shards, and all of that, and we just then trick him into falling down. Yeah, like that movie is called, and take his chainsaw. So after you kill Ramirez, you get automatically a chainsaw execution place, and if you don't have chainsaw at you, the game will just crash because it won't find the chainsaw. So yeah, that's why we actually do the cheated way and just headshot the Pixie. So If you like to mess around with cheat codes, there is cheat code that lets you to start every level with max weapons. And for that scenario, developers actually like made a safe backup that you can headshot Pixie and just like chainsaw the door. And time.
Send him to hell. Go on.
We're done.
Hey, that was pretty good.
Yes, it's actually like pretty decent. 28:35. If it wasn't like the last thing, it would have been PB. It's actually like really fast. It was like really fast. I couldn't tell like a bit of anything. I warned it.
Yeah, that's like a minute of your PB. That's pretty nice. For marathon.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. So actually, that was Manhunt, but I have also like other other thingy to mention. So this cool track plays, very important.
Super important.
So yeah, other thing I want to mention, I think I'm pretty much done with all the Manhunt speeches. So maybe some of you know GTA 4 Early Redemption, total conversion for GTA 3, and it's been developed by my good friend 1826 by the name of like Barcode Studio. I'm just like part of the team, and I started trying to advertise the mods we're making. And the actual mod that is currently being cooked, that is cooking, is GTA Lesenqa Chronicles that expands the story of Lesenqa family. And yeah, it's actually like a mod for GTA Liberty City Stories, and one of the like good details it has, it's an AI voiceover, and I want to ask to some of the hosts to actually like roll the promo of it, if it's possible. So yeah, let's roll the promo.
Hey, are we there? Where's Salvatore? Tony, the first drink's on me.